चूँकि चैप्टर नंबर 4 इम्पॉर्टेंट है एमसीक्यूज़ के लिहाज से, तो अब हम इसका क्विज़ देख लेते हैं। सबसे पहला एमसीक्यू है, हु वाज द ग्रेट मुस्लिम स्कॉलर, फिजिशियन, सर्जन एंड फार्मासिस्ट? तो इसका आंसर है इब्न ज़ोहर, बिकॉज Ibn Zohar was also known as the father of experimental surgery. He was a great surgeon as well as physician and Muslim scholar also. Second is, who was the first person who described the use of inhaled anesthesia या फिर anesthetics? तो इसका आंसर होगा इब्न ज़ोहर, because Ibn Zohar was first person who described the use of inhaled anesthesia, and he was considered to be pioneer of modern anesthesiology. Third, which Muslim scientist done remarkable work and contribution to subject neuropharmacology? चूँकि न्यूरोफार्माकोलॉजी सब्जेक्ट पर सबसे ज़्यादा वर्क इब्न ज़ोहर ने किया था, तो इसका आंसर होगा इब्न ज़ोहर। नेक्स्ट एमसीक्यू है, हु वाज कंसिडर्ड टू बी फादर ऑफ एक्सपेरिमेंटल सर्जरी? द आंसर इज इब्न ज़ोहर। नेक्स्ट एमसीक्यू इज, हु वाज कंसिडर्ड टू बी पायनियर ऑफ मॉडर्न एनेस्थेसियोलॉजी? जो कि मैं पहले बता चुकी हूँ, ये भी कंट्रीब्यूशन इब्न ज़ोहर की है। MCQs is, who was a great physician, chemist and astronomer of his time? हमारी बुक में ये लाइन है कि अबू अली सीना was a great physician, chemist and astronomer. तो जो MCQs दी गए हैं उसमें अबू अली सीना नहीं है, तो हमें डी ऑप्शन लगाना है, यानी none of above. फिर MCQs है, who wrote almost 450 treatises on different scientific subjects? 450 treatises यानी बुक्स लिखी थी अबू अली सीना ने मेडिसिन के टॉपिक पर, जिसमें से सबसे फेमस बुक थी द कैनन ऑफ मेडिसिन। तो हम कह सकते हैं ये कंट्रीब्यूशन अबू अली सीना, यानी ऑप्शन ए है। फिर है, हु डिस्क्राइब द डिफरेंट साइकेट्रिक डिजीजेस लाइक मैनिया, यानी मैनिया बोले तो जनून। दिस कंट्रीब्यूशन वाज ऑफ अबू अली सीना। नेक्स्ट है, हु डिस्क्राइब द पैरालिसिस इन डिटेल, यानी फालिज को किसने सबसे पहले डिस्क्राइब किया? दिस कंट्रीब्यूशन वाज आल्सो ऑफ अबू अली सीना। हु फर्स्ट डिस्क्राइब द स्टीम डिस्टिलेशन? अबू अली सीना। हु डिस्क्राइब अबाउट द एक्टिव कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स ऑफ ड्रग्स? जो एक्टिव कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट्स ऑफ ड्रग्स थे वो सबसे पहले अल-बैरूनी ने डिस्क्राइब किए थे। Abu Ali Sina was the first person who described the paralysis, डिप्रेशन, मैनिया, इंसोमिना, डिमेंटिया यानी नींद की कमी, या फिर इसके साथ मेंटल इलनेस यानी भूलने की बीमारी। आर साइकेट्रिक डिजीजेस डिस्क्राइब इन डिटेल बाय अबू अली सीना? MCQs is, who was the first scientist who introduced the experimentation in chemistry? इसका आंसर है जाबिर बिन हैजान, because he was a great chemist. Next is, who discovered many chemical substances like nitric acid, hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, oxalic acid and acetic acid? The answer is Jabir bin Hayyan. Who described the purification process of gold? Answer is Jabir bin Hayyan. Who was a chemist and geologist? The answer is Jabir bin Hayyan. Purification of process of gold is described by Jabir bin Hayyan. Aqua regia is the only solvent that can dissolve gold. Option is pharmacy is a word derived from Greek word pharmakon, which means drug. Who describes how to make perfumes? Answer is Al-Kindi because he described how to make the perfumes, also described how to make cosmetics formulation, and also described the isolation process of alcohol to form pure wine. Question is who uses music for the treatment of psychological disorders? Answer is Al-Kindi. Who writes about pulse rate? सबसे पहले pulse rate के बारे में किसने लिखा? The answer is Ibn al-Nafis. He was the first person who described about pulse rate because he was great physiologist and physician and pharmacologist also. Anatomy and physiology of respiratory system was described by Ibn al-Nafis, who was a great pharmacist, physician, and geologist. The answer is Al-Biruni. Al-Biruni was a great pharmacist, physician, and geologist. Treatise of disease caused by phlegm was written by Al-Kindi, who described regarding the capillary and coronary circulation. The answer is Ibn al-Nafis, who worked in the development of over 100 drugs. Answer is Ibn al-Nafis, who was one of the greatest scientists, chemists, and geologists of his time. The answer is Javid bin Hayyan, who was a pharmacologist. Ibn al-Nafis, because Ibn al-Nafis was pharmacologist, physiologist, physician, and anatomist also, who led to area of industrialization. Jabir bin Hayyan, who was great chemist and geologist. केमिस्ट और जियोलॉजिस्ट थे. जाबिर बिन हयान इसमें नहीं है तो हम कहेंगे नन. Active constituents of drugs was described by Al-Biruni, who described in detail regarding the cosmetics formulation. Al-Kindi, who was one of the greatest physician, anatomist, physiologist, and pharmacologist. The answer is Ibn al-Nafis. Al-Sadana fil Tib was written by Al-Biruni. Al-Sadana fil Tib was written by Al-Biruni, which has description of more than 720 herbal drugs. Who invented more than 20 laboratory equipments? Answer is Jabir bin Hayyan. Abu Ali Sina first described. He described both paralysis and steam distillation. तो आंसर आएगा C, यानी both. Abu Ali Sina first described the procedure of diagnosis. Al-Biruni in his book described more than 720 herbal drugs. कौन सी बुक जो हमने पहले बताई? Al-Sadana fil Tib. Who wrote many other treatises on herbal medicine? Al-Biruni, यानी C option. Who was physician and geologist? It was Al-Biruni, which was physician, geologist, and pharmacist also, which was born in Khwarizm. Al-Biruni. Al-Sidana fil Tib was written by Al-Biruni. Al-Biruni was born and died in 973 to 1050 AD, मतलब A option. Which book is used as textbook? The answer is Canon of Medicine, which is book of Abu Ali Sina, and it was used as a textbook on medicine for many years. Jabir bin Hayyan first described distillation and crystallization, और जो स्टीम डिस्टिलेशन थी वो सबसे पहले डिस्क्राइब की थी अबू अली सीना ने. पैरालाइसिस और स्टीम डिस्टिलेशन को डिस्क्राइब किया था, जबकि जाबिर बिन हयान ने क्रिस्टलाइजेशन और डिस्टिलेशन को डिस्क्राइब किया. जाबिर बिन हयान इन्वेंटेड मोर देन 20 लेबोरेटरी इक्विपमेंट्स हु इंट्रोड्यूस्ड द एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन इन केमिस्ट्री. तो आंसर है जाबिर बिन हयान. Jabir bin Hayyan was born and died in A. आंसर है A, यानी 721 से 815.